First game back, how do you think you held up from a physical standpoint?
I think I held up fairly well. Most importantly, the goal was to make it out the game completely healthy without any setbacks, and I can say that that happened. Feel good, man. It was good just to get out there with the guys and compete. Obviously, the outcome wasn't what I was hoping for, but personally, I can say I'm in a good step, and now it's just on to the next game.
Was the plan going in to not play you full amount, or was that just kind of how it happened?
Yeah, that was what we thought was best. Just as my first game returning, wanted to be smart, and so I just listened to the trainers and doctors and played out well, man. We have full trust in a guy like Marcus Epps, who's given us a lot of great snaps this year, and didn't really miss a beat when he came in. So I was good. Of course, I would love to play a full game, but just trusting the process right now.
Is that weird for you?
Confidence in the knee, after that first game. I'm sure you're thinking, I don't know, but now having that confidence in the knee in that game, how much more comfortable do you feel going into Carolina?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I think that was a huge test for me going against a team like Kansas City. They're not going to stop. They're going to throw a lot at you. They have a great skill group, so I wanted to put it to the test early, and I think I checked all the box.
Is that weird for you to not play every snap? You've been an every snap guy for a while now.
Yeah, it was weird. I think what was comforting to me was understanding that going into it, I knew, so I was able to mentally prepare. And so, we kind of scheduled that throughout the week in practice and how it was. And I just made the most of my reps. That's all you can do, made the most of my opportunities when given.
How about working with Anthony? Because you guys, know each other and you had a little bit of time, but not a ton together.
Yeah, it's been hard. I think try to just we sit next to each other in meetings, so we talk ball a lot, which is very helpful. We see the game the same, and like I said, our relationship extends outside of this. So it was very easy to kind of get back into the mix and work alongside a guy like Ann. And I know we're only going to build. Chemistry is only going to get better, from last game.
You spent 5 years playing in one scheme. What was the adjustment like in terms of just the muscle memory being out there and too deep and things like that?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's some carryover, but there's also some adjustments. So, like my mind's been trained for so long to make certain calls or be where. In a certain position. So I just really cherished a lot of walkthrough reps I got. Like I said, a lot of mental reps on film, and just took all the opportunities throughout this past week. But I don't think I had any mental errors out there, which was great, and going to continue on that.
Is the spacing for you different because obviously there's less ground for you to cover now, it seems?
Yeah, scheme is a little different, but that's what happens, man. It's part of it, and I'm a player that can adapt to anything. So just really embracing my role right now, and just looking to get better each and every week moving forward.
What's been JG's messaging this week? Obviously, Kansas City's a very explosive team, so you don't want to maybe overcorrect or overadjust because you don't see that kind of talent every week. How has he imparted that messaging to you guys as far as not overreacting?
I think we understand that last week was not like us, right? I think we've established a defensive culture here, and last week we didn't really live up to those standards, and so I think we understand what our standards need to be, and we fell short of that last week, and so we're moving forward and looking forward to going out there in Carolina and getting a win. We know we have to be better in a lot of areas, all correctable. And at the end of the day, man, us as players make this thing go. So it's on us, to make that decision and come up with a win next week. Got a good first day yesterday. Warrior Wednesday is what we call it, and now we're moving on to today to get better. So we went.
To say that last year you kind of stepped in a little bit into some of the stuff that Malcolm did. Is it accurate to say that now in this new scheme, you don't have as many roles to fill? You're kind of playing more of the traditional 2 deep, and even before Malcolm was here, you were kind of like the post safety most of the time. Is that fair to say? And then what's that adjustment been like? I know we've asked about it earlier, but I just meant in terms of your role last year versus this year.
I think it's really all predicated on the scheme. With Jim, we ran a lot of single high, as we all know. So I was always middle of the field safety. Within the scheme, we do a lot of variations. Some middle of the field close, some, too high. And it's really the great thing about Anna and I is we're very interchangeable. So there aren't necessarily any designated, spots. I would say it's just based on the formation and scheme at hand. But like I said, man, we're adjusting well, and looking forward to just getting out there, Carolina, making plays and getting the win.